Welcome to the 6th round of the April Legacy Challenge. We are up against probably some kind of... Would you like to play first? Yes. Some kind of 4-color Delver deck. 4-color Delver involving like True Name, Delver, Deathrite, all that jazz, and yeah. This is probably the best hand we have had in the entire tournament thus far. And the opponent has mulligan to 6. And is using a weird avatar. Actually, it's some kind of girl, I guess. Oh yeah, it's Shara Ballard? Okay. So, if I was 100% sure he was playing that deck, I might lead with Nettle Sentinel because it's more damage overall. But I'm not. And also, like, this is still a great first turn play because we also get to shut down his Deathrite Shaman should he have one. Which we are about to find out, I guess. Yeah, okay, you got that. And, okay, let's just not draw a Crowd of Behemoth for another turn. Because that would be really weird. And we got the insect. It's so awkward how you can't, like, F6 here. Because technically he could daze this, and then you can't pay because this isn't a mana ability. So don't make that mistake of, yeah, I can always pay for days if I have 6 by activating Deathrite. No, you cannot. Mana abilities are defined as like abilities that add mana to your pool that don't have a target. Yeah, basically they have to add mana to your pool. They are not allowed to have a target like Deathrite Shaman. And that's something I didn't know for quite a while, they can't be loyalty abilities. Okay, he didn't play Gitaxian Probe on the first turn. I mean, there's probably no point to doing that anyway. So, yeah, actually we can't really read much into that. Because I was thinking maybe he's just keeping it for Force of Will, but since it's easily the worst card in his hand anyway, he might still have other blue cards. Sometimes, like, when they pitch a weird card to Force of Will, you're like, oh, that's the only blue card you have, but... I mean, it's weird in the sense that he didn't play it on the first turn, but actually I think if you're not playing Cabal Therapy or other stuff, there's probably no point in doing it. And yeah, keeping it for a Force of Will is perfectly fine. So yeah, let's see. Just don't bolt my Deathrite Shaman. Don't bolt. What is he thinking about? Okay, that's weird. My immediate thought is, oh, he wants us to activate this to counter his Deathrite Shaman because he wants to be free to do something to his graveyard, but since he already like had his land drop and stuff, and there's not really anything you can do for blue and red that interacts with the graveyard, there's probably no point in not countering this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically we have 4 mana, but that's a shaky 4 mana. If something like that exists. I think I'm just gonna try to draw a card and find more mana. If not for this turn, then definitely for next turn. Visionary. I guess I could name Beast to intimidate him. Should I attack? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should attack here. Yeah, of course I attack here. I'm stupid. Because I was thinking about keeping a Deathrite Shaman, but that's still just 2 damage, and he even gets to counteract that. And that, like, attacking here is 2 damage, and activating Deathrite is 2 damage, but this way we also get to keep up Deathrite Shaman to counter his Deathrite Shaman. Or to, like, police it, as I've heard some people call it, which I kind of like. It's like, yeah, you're getting policed here. Yeah, I'm the Deathrite police. Okay, so if you don't have... Okay. If he doesn't have Cabal Therapy here, I'm fine. Okay, this is great. Because if he has something, he should really blow it on this one. And that way we are free to natural order next turn, and if he doesn't have anything, we can still, like, add a ton of mana. The way I'm playing it right now, I'm actually giving him an opportunity to fatal push here. Oh, but he plays right into us. Because he could actually just let this resolve, and then the moment I try to untap my own Deathrite Shaman. So now I got a bit lost here. Yeah. Then he could activate the mana, but maybe he doesn't even have fatal push. So it wouldn't really matter, but at least he would have made me think. Whereas by playing it this way, he doesn't really make me think anyway. Of course, the upside for him is that now I actually do have 1 less mana than I would otherwise have. But since he could... Oh, Beast. Oh, there was something. Oh yeah, Julian. Okay, I want to get rid of this Beast mana. Yeah, but since he could have still like fatal pushed this with the activation in the stack, yeah, actually I wouldn't even have had different amount of mana. Play this doesn't do anything. Playing like this doesn't do anything. I hope he doesn't block, but even if he does block, it's okay. See, this is the kind of deck I want to play against. This is what used to be popular in Legacy up until like 1 month ago, when everybody started playing the check pile. And the check pile is just so much harder to beat for Elves. But like this and Delve of Secrets, I remember in December, November, December, I had these crazy runs where I went on streaks of like 10-0 against this Grixis / 4-color. Actually, this is more like Grixis Delver decks, where I won like so much, like way more money on Magic Online than I had ever imagined that you can win on Magic Online. And ever since like these check pile decks got more popular, even before that it died a bit down, but I also didn't have a lot of time to play anymore. But yeah, November, December last year, those were the days. Oh my god. What is he even... Oh. We're getting a ton of value out of this. Okay, if this is a discard spell... Okay, it's not. So do we have him? 1, 2, 3, 4... 1 mana Korean Ranger? No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 8 and 5 is 13. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of ass. So it's 8. Oh, anyway, can I actually like 1, 2, 3? Oh, this untaps anyway. No. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's do it like this. I really want to get rid of this weird mana. And this is even better, because it adds 2 more damage. Well, it doesn't really matter. So it's 10, 17. Yeah, that's good enough.
Carrier has arrived. Finish him!
Finally get to use this again. Ah! Was about time. 17, you've got 4, so you're basically at 14. GG, okay, GG after the first game. It's always so awkward when people go for the GG after the first game. But, I mean, it's still fine. It's not like offensive in any way. The aggressive GG is offensive, but that's the exact opposite of that. I remember watching games where like the guys, they shook hands before the game twice, and then like before they drew their cards, and which wished each other good luck, and then like they not only said GG, but they actually shook hands before after the first game, then before the second game, and after the second game, and then once again for the third game. So they shook hands like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times or something, and then they shook hands afterwards. But I guess I don't know. I think one of the guys, he was actually quite uncomfortable with it, because he also thought it was like weird to do it that many times, and even the commentators got at it. But I don't know, I guess the other guy was just like having so much fun. He was like, yeah, sure, hey, good game and everything, which is like something that's really cool, like this kind of enthusiasm about the game. So I'm definitely not trying to make fun of it. It's just like rather uncommon, and I would be like surprised if somebody tried to shake my hands after, but like when the match is not actually over. It's like Like you're playing football and then it's half time and you come together and you shake hands and you say, "Yeah, very good first half," and blah blah blah. On the other hand, there's actually teams who, in football, or for you guys, I can call it soccer, or at least some of you. There's this long tradition of exchanging shirts after the game, or at least after somewhat important games, like if you play at the World Cup, or actually I think it's so common now you even do it in league games. So anyway, so if you're playing like for a smaller team and you're playing against one of the big teams, say you're some random team and you play against the FC Barcelona or something, then you really want to get Messi's shirt afterwards. Messi is like, I don't know, even if you don't care about football, if you don't know who Messi is, I can't help you. It's probably one of the top 5 athletes in the world right now. And famous-wise, but also skill-wise. But anyway, let's not get into that. Anyways, so he's the guy you really want the shirt from. And there's been occasions where like you lost to Messi or FC Barcelona for like 1-5, 1-10, and then teammates actually started fighting over who would get Messi's shirt. And that's like so awkward because you're fighting with your own teammate to get the shirt of the guy who just like totally destroyed you. And because it's like so important to get his shirt for certain people, they even start like exchanging shirts at halftime, so they actually have a second shirt in the dressing room. And like pretty much any pro team has second shirts in the dressing room because there might always be something where a shirt breaks or tears. And so they started exchanging shirts at halftime, and that's really awkward because it's so like in your face. I really want to get that guy's shirt, even though basically you're here to beat him and you're not like here to worry about your own private stuff like getting somebody's shirt until after the game is over. And there's been an occasion where I think the German team Bayer Leverkusen, they're like okay, decent in Germany, and back then they were even like good, and they lost to Barcelona. I don't know, they lost, they got destroyed. And then afterwards, 2 teammates actually started fighting over who would get to exchange shirts with Messi. And I don't know, one of them eventually ended up getting the shirt, but they were actually quite angry with each other. And so in the end, their boss, in that case Rudi Völler, some official, that you probably know about if you play football. But anyway, he actually eventually stepped in and ordered them like to both not get the shirt, and I think they put it up for charity or something. And that's just like so weird. It's like your dad coming in and telling you to like you and your friend, you've been fighting about some kind of toy or something that you both really wanted, and in the end your dad comes in and tells you that neither of you can actually keep the shirt because you're both stupid. And but that happened to grown men who were like millionaires or close to millionaires and fighting over some other guy's shirt. Anyway, I don't even know. Maybe I shouldn't commentate on games too much because this game is looking really good for us. Opponent seems to have a Polish Delver. It's broken, never flips. It's probably one of the badges that had to be returned to Wizards, but instead of returning them to Wizards, the guy probably just traded it to this guy, and he doesn't know that this is the broken series. Oh, Volcanic? What is Volcanic gonna do here? Nothing, yeah. I guess now it's gonna flip. Nope, still Polish Delver. There's like a Ponder and a Brainstorm in the graveyard, and the Delver still hasn't flipped. What the fuck? We're just gonna go full beatdown mode. I might even decay the Death Chamber next turn, I'm not sure. Because that way these two get to attack. But he's got 4 cards in hand, that's a bit scary. I might fetch on the upkeep because I want to get a Bayou and I don't want to draw the Bayou. This is one of those cases where like... Okay, Young Pyromancer. This is one of those cases where it actually makes sense to thin because there's no cost. Like if you're 100% sure you're going to fetch and you also really know which land you want to get, then it totally makes sense. But randomly fetching just for the fetch without like a purpose to thin, that's something that's minus IV. At least according to all the analysis that was done on fetch lands like almost 10 years ago on SCG. Okay, what is he gonna... Oh, please don't Cover Therapy me. Lavamancer, okay. We got our preferred target now. Actually, I could just attack and see how he blocks and hope to get some No, but I really need to abrupt decay. Oh, wow. But I think I should still do everything post-combat. And I'm not gonna attack with the Crit Ranger and the Elvish Visionary because they trade for the Elemental, which is like super bad for us. He might actually throw away Young Pyromancer here, but I would be surprised if he did. But that could be the only thing he's thinking about, that's why he paused. Or maybe he just had to, like, close some porn because somebody was coming in. What?! Like, I'm thinking about decaying this, but then he puts this on this. Yeah, that's bad. Okay. And I can even play this first. Always healed, yeah. Is this the first or the second game? Must be the second game already. Okay, problem. And not really a problem, but I kind of wanna Gaia's Cradle for Heritage, for Wirewood Symbiote. But we are also not that far from actually just getting Behemoth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like this. The conservative approach seems better here. On the other hand, I can't replay the Visionary anyway, because I really need to do this, so I don't know. It's still okay. Maybe I should bounce one of the Visionaries right away, which gives him something to Chemotherapy, but he probably didn't have Chemotherapy in the last turn. It seemed very unlikely. So if he actually top decks Chemotherapy here, that means, yeah, we're going to lose the Visionary and then the Scavenging Ooze, but we're still in a decent position. Whereas if he draws something else, say a Mass Removal spell, that would be like much worse for us. So I'd rather have him Chemotherapy, draw Chemotherapy and then lose these, than to draw something like really good. Because if he draws something really good, I'd be much happier for this to be in my hand anyway. Okay, so you can start producing a lot of tokens. I don't think... Yeah, we can't attack anymore, because if this is any kind of instant, then we trade the... Oh wow, hey, ha 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 ha! Here we go. Spell Pierce. Oh! The Surgery! And he even has 4 card types. And yet, it probably doesn't matter. That's the kind of card, if you had told me that he was gonna top deck Invasive Surgery, I would tell you, sure, deal. Take them all out. Oh, that's a brain, by the way. It's kind of weird how they would stop printing certain things on cards, but like a guy opening a skull and tinkering with the brain is okay. That's so much more weird than random, super random, I don't know, nude characters, like, not even like nude, but only like, I think they once changed Nissa because she was showing like tiny bits of cleavage, and they were like, oh no, that's too much, you can do that. They're not Nissa. So they actually changed the artwork for a later release, which was like a tiny bit more closed. Yeah, that was weird. Actually, no, I can't. I still want to go for the value play of just getting Heritage to it and then drawing 2 more cards. But I think that's just too greedy. Because next turn I can just kill him. Even if he top decks Force of Will, we can stop that with Scavenging Ooze, so yeah. So he needs to draw exactly another Invasive Surgery. And we even probably get to know what he's gonna draw. So he drew... Oh, okay, Wasteland actually helps. That's the kind I was not thinking about, but I guess we're still in a quite good position if he draws Wasteland, so it's okay. Now I'm actually thinking about getting Heritage here, because we are quite far from... Unless we draw Cradle, of course, from getting Behemoth. Yeah, and now especially that we have Wirewood Symbiote. There's just... We get to basically double Ancestor Recall every turn, kind of. So we're drawing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards a turn for no card investment at all. That's even like beyond. That's like better than triple ancestral. Okay. Maybe there's even a way we can produce enough mana by not bouncing visionaries, but I think this is just academical at this point. Actually, should we just try to find enough mana? Let's say I bounce. Okay, I untap this, then I bounce this, then I've got 8 mana. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should be somewhat serious about this since we have perfect information. Oh no, not this one. This one. Well, whatever.
Finish him! Quad damage.
Ah. Full-time miracles, what? Yeah. Did I accidentally convert somebody to miracles? Another disciple who fell to the dark side. Let's just finish this. Anyway, the game is over. If the guy wants to keep chatting, yeah, so see you for the next round where we will probably fight for top 32 and to win our entry fee back. Bye bye.